Hello everyone, long time to see you all. Let me introduce myself. My name is Kadek AyuSri Sumiati. My program study is English Education Department and I'm class B.
My name is Nengah Ariawan, English Education, Semester 4.
Hello, my name is Mutiarasari. My name is 2020-10-30-27. Program Study English Department Education, Class A.
Hello everybody, thanks for the time you can join me. My name is Wayan Ekayani, study program English Department Semester 4.
Well, thank you for the time. I would like to present it about definitive and non-finite verb definition. So, the definition, definitive and infinitive verb. Infinitive verb are verbs that have subjects and indicate grammatically things, person, and number. This verb describes the action of a person, place, or thing in the sentence. Unlike other types of verbs, infinitive verbs do not require another verb in a sentence in order to be grammatically correct. And non-finite verbs. Non-finite verbs are the opposite of finite verbs, which is a form of verb that does not contain tense, present or past. Non-finite verbs, even though they contain the word verb in their names, do not act as verb or verb in a sentence. Non-finite verbs actually act as noun, adjective, or adverb.
The verb to come an adjective. For example, the boy carrying the brick is my partner.
Okay, let's continue with types of finite verb. There are two types of finite verb. Number one is transitive and intransitive verb. Based on the presence or absence of a direct object, finite verb can be divided into transitive and intransitive verbs. Transitive verb will always be followed by a direct object, while intransitive verbs are not. For example of transitive verb, the worker operates this machine, I eat organic rice, and he is watering a flower in the park. And for example of intransitive verbs, our teacher always comes on time. She sleeps while I was here. She'll leave when you get here. And the second is action and non-action verb or static verb. Based on the present or absence of action, finite verb can be divided into the action and static verbs. Action verbs are used to express an action or something that happens, Well, stative verbs are used to express conditions that tend to remain. And the example of action verb. The first is about activities. There are eat, listen, play, work, and work. Process are change, grow, melt, shorten, widen. And momentary action are hit, jump, knock. And the example of stative verb, there are emotion, appreciate, love, hate, like, and dislike. Mental states are agree, know, remember, think, and understand. Sense are appearance, hear, see, smell, sound, tasty, appear, seem. And need and preference are desire, need, prefer, want, wish. Also position are belong, have, on, and possess. Measurement, and the last is measurements. There are cause, owe, and which.
Types of non-finite verb. Non-finite verbs do not change their form when the number or persons of the subject change. There are mainly three types of non-finite verb. 1. Infinitives. The infinitive form of a verb is formed with to before the base form of a verb. It can function as a noun. Thus, in many sentences, either a noun or an infinitive may be used without any special difference in meaning. First, the subjects of a verb. Example: I want to drink and I would like to order a pizza. Second, the complement of a verb. Example: his dream was to become a renowned poet, and our job is to translate this text. Third, the objects of a preposition. Example: what I'm about to do here is very dangerous. 2. Gerund. A gerund is a noun that is derived from a verb and has a few verb-like prepositions. Gerunds are made by adding the suffix "in" to the verb. It can be motivated by an adverb, can take a direct object. In a modern English, gerunds are the present participles of verb and they help us make tense like present continuous, past continuous, or others. Gerunds can have many functions in the English language. It can be used as gerunds, which are also called the present participle of verb in the English language, have a crucial role in making the continuous tense or progressive. For example, present continuous or past continuous is she is trying to do her best. Second, the subject of a verb. Example: he tried to be quiet smoking. Third, the complement of a verb. Example: one of his hobbies is jogging. Fourth, the object of a preposition. Example: what I like most about swimming is feeling refreshed after it. 5. A part of compound noun. Example: I put the dirty clothes in the washing machine. Third, participles. Participles are words formed with verbs that are used without auxiliary verb to create a different tense. There are two kinds of participle in the English language. First, present participle. A present participle in the form of the verb that ends in and is used with the verb to be the present continuous tense. Second, past participle. A past participle is a form of a verb that usually ends in d or ed and can have many functions. However, some verbs don't form their past participle by adding the ed or d suffix. They are called irregular verbs. Adverbial clause. An adverbial clause, sometimes referred to as an adverbial clause, is a group of words that together function as an adverb. This means that the clause describes or modifies a verb, adjective, or another adverb. Unlike other types of clause, an adverbial clause is always independent clause. This means that it cannot stand on its own as an independent sentence. Adverbial clause make sentence richer by providing additional context and description that standard adverbs cannot. See how adverbial clause and adverb compare in this example.
An adverbial clause. The first is a subject, and the second is a predicate, and the last one is a conjunction. The subject is a person or thing that is doing something in the clause. It ends for the question. Subject can be pronoun, a noun, non-person, or even a verb. For the example, he came home very late. He came in the sentence is a pronoun. A cat crossing the street. A cat in the sentence is a noun. Small children can be different. The small children in the sentence is a noun person. Tulip was a good idea. In the sentence is a definite. Swimming is a great exercise. The swimming in the sentence is a verb. Number 7. Predicate tells us what the subject does. It can be a verb or a verb present. For the example, country party. Verb number 2 is out related happily. Verb plus modifier. Third is out related not like or touch. Verb present. And the last one is the conjunction or trigger word. Most adverb clause begin with a conjunction or trigger word. The conjunction sets us the context of the sentence. It can indicate time, place, manner, condition. Conjunction used with adverb clause or call it subordinating conjunction. Adverb clause are therefore called subordinating clause or dependent clause. Here are some examples of subordinating.
Well, I'd like to continue about my friend's presentation. That is about the types of adverbial clause. So in this case, in this type of adverbial clause, there is have a H type of adverbial clause. The first one is adverbial clause of manner. An adverbial clause of manner describes how the action described in a sentence. Main clause is taking place or previously took place. Here are a few examples. The first one is she addressed the crowd as she had practiced in the mirror. And then the second one is they designed the new product the way innovator problem solver design flows. Number 2. Adverbial clause of place. Adverbial clause of place describes where the action in the sentence main clause takes place. See how the work in the example. The first one is my son told me another fight broke out where he ate lunch at school. And then the second one is about they drove beyond where the cities end. And then the third one is adverbial clause of condition. With an adverbial clause of condition, you can communicate the condition related to the verb, adverb, or adjective in a sentence main clause. This example demonstrates a few ways to use adverbial clauses of that. And then the next one is the adverbial clause of reason. Adverbial clause of reason tells us the reason for the being taken in a sentence main clause. These clauses generally use subordinating conjunction like because, unless, and since. Here are a few examples of sentences that include adverbial clause of reason. The first one is we adopt these two cats because they are a bonded pair. And then the second one is he is amazing at billiards since his pen is used working in a pool hand. And then the next one is about the adverbial clause of time. Adverbial clause of time communicate when the action in a sentence takes place. So the first one of the example is before she got home, she cooked and underrated the pizza. And the second one is about they assemble, dress, and march out the band played. And then the next one is about the adverbial clause of purpose. Like adverbial clause of reason, adverbial clause of purpose frequently involve subordinating conjunction. These two kinds of clause can look similar, but they have one key difference. While adverbial clause of reason give the reason why something is happening, adverbial clause of purpose explain in the reason to take a specific action. There is a few examples. The first one is about we studied all night so we will pass the exam.
Number 8 is adverbial clauses of comparison. Adverbial clauses of comparison are clauses that communicated how the subject of the dependent clause compares to the subject in the main clause. There are two types of adverbial clauses of comparison: adverbial clauses of comparison of degree and adverbial clauses of comparison of manner. Here are a few examples of adverbial clauses of comparison of degree. Felix is good at video games as he is good at weak lighting. Here are a few examples of adverbial clauses of comparison of manner. The first is she looked as though she was in pain. Rian looked first as if he hadn't seen us. And the last is adverbial clauses of conjunction. In an adverbial clause of conjunction, the writer acknowledges or admits a factor that modifies the main clause. Despite the whole, I had good intentions, the interaction went wrong. The department head hired the first person that they interviewed, took 20 people applied for the job.